any denser. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's make the magazine. First things first, we need to make the magazine slot. And to do that, we're going to go into face mode. We're going to select this face. We're going to extrude it. We're going to scale it. We're going to make it magazine size. So it's going to be slimmer, but it's going to be longer. Giggity. Move. Nope. I did take it back. I don't want you to be off center. I want you to be wider though. Yep. And then maybe like that. That's a pretty good size. Okay. Press G to repeat the action. And we're going to bring it in just like that. So I think, yeah, that model actually extends through itself, so we're going to stop that. Okay, so now we need to have a think. What exactly, excuse me, what exactly can we do here? And how much do I actually care about that being visible? Because if I'm 100% honest with you, I care quite a bit. The problem is, the easiest way for me to fix this is to create 2 edge loops that run all the way down. Let's do that just for fun. If I create an edge loop right there, then it runs all the way up the length of the gun barrel, which means I have now added a bunch of new faces that really don't need to be there. And now I need to do that again, like that. Okay, so just for fun, object mode. This thing is 140, no, this thing is 600 faces. That can't be right. No, this thing is 70 faces, the whole model is 600 faces. My goal, by the way, is 1,000 faces. Less than 1,000 polys. Right, I forgot about that. So if I just take this face and I move it, what happens if I move it up? Nothing good. What happens if I move it out? That's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. Okay. So since the edge loops don't actually work the way I want them to, let's see if we can't find another way around them. That way we don't have as many faces. What I could do is extend this downwards so that it's, well, no, because it lines up with the profile. The issue is that I made this a solid block and I need it to not be solid anymore. I need it to have a chunk cut out of it. Okay, hang on, what if I did this? What if I did this? And then I just took this face. And I just moved it straight up. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. What if I extrude it? Well, no, that'll just create a bunch of faces. Yeah, caramba. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do right there. So what I did was I made 3 edge loops. I made one going around this way, I made one going this way, and one going this way, which allowed me to basically delete the face in the middle, which is probably inefficient. Edges, 1400. I'm still below 1,000 polys, I think. Oh, because the object count is small. Yes, I'm still below 1,000 polys, so that's good. Okay, time to make a magazine, I guess. So this one's pretty easy. Create polygon primitive cube. Go into orthographic mode so I can see what I'm doing. Move this over here. Okay. So the magazine doesn't actually appear to load correctly in this drawing, so I'm actually going to make the magazine a bit smaller. So basically what I'm going to do, I should go back into object mode. What I'm going to do, so I'm going to line this guy up right here. I'm going to switch his right there. I'm going to scale him outward. Nope, outward. Okay, and then we're going to have this. Actually, object mode will work fine because I can just scale it out like that. And then I'm going to try and recreate the style that he's got, but I'm going to have it load vertically. So basically what I'm going to do there is take this face, not this face, but the one on the bottom right there. Wait, it's flat. Hang on, go back. What am I looking at? It's flat and then it goes up. Okay, so this vertex, my bad. This vertex needs to go up, like right there. And this, actually, I should have had go over a little more. That looks good. Okay, so now we need to go back into 3D view to position this thing. Object mode, center pivot. No, center pivot, thank you. Okay, focus on it, and then scale it out so that it's the right size. Okay, so that's roughly correct. So the next question is, do I want to model in detail here, or do I want to add it in and as a texture? And the answer to that is I don't know, because I'm going to texture it in. I'm going to texture it in, and we'll just see how that goes. So right now this thing is a cube, and I don't need it to be a cube. I want it to be something else. I want to isolate the selected object. I want to take these two faces and remove them, because I don't want this to be just a cube, because that's boring. I want it to be a magazine. The question is, how do I want to do that? So I'm going to take these two edges, thank you. Oh, you know what I should have done? Actually, what I'm going to do, since I'm already committed at this point, there's mesh tools, there it is. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to convert it into a single polygon. And then I'm going to take this face, I'm going to extrude it, scaling it inward, but not that inward, and then scaling it down so that it's got the thing in it. So then I'm going to make two copies of this. I'm going to make an empty version, which is, this. Do I want any sort of detailing on it to hold the shells in place? Or do I want them to just be a box? Okay, I actually need to Google this, so let's Google this really quick. So I want shotgun magazine. I misspelled magazine. That's fine. Google knows. So, that's really low res. I really want to know what the mechanism is that automatic shotguns use to hold their shotguns in place. So it looks like it's just an overhanging thing that just sort of points inward. Like this. Yeah, like that. Look at that. Okay. Okay, so how can I do that? So let's go over, go over to here. So how can I do that? So if I take these two faces, if I extrude them upward, then I switch to this mode, and then I rotate them. That's not right. Nope. Yep. Nope, that's not right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I want to take these two edges and I want to bring them down. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is take these two faces, extrude them again. That's too short. I need the whole thing to be taller. Whoops! What am I grabbing? Yeah, that's not right. Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so now I need to make a shotgun shell, and I was provided with a shotgun shell, but it's wrong. It still looks too short. Okay, hang on. What if I just took these three faces and I lowered them? That looks right. Okay. So is that, yeah, this is the shotgun shell that I was given. This is, you know, a good shot, but not quite correct. Oh, I made the magazine backwards. Hang on. Wait, de-isolate this? No, object mode, X-ray. Yeah, this is backwards. Whoops. Rotate this, 180, and then select it. And then freeze the transforms, because that's correct. In fact, actually, while I'm thinking about it, freeze the transforms on everything. Yeah, that looks like it works. It doesn't go in quite far enough, though. That's better. Oh, that's backwards. Oops. Okay. I made the magazine backwards. It's pointed down the wrong way. That's annoying. Okay, well, it gives me a chance to make better handles. Okay. This is it. So we extrude this up. Do I have X-ray on? I should turn that off. And we'll readjust this later for the size of the shotgun shell once we actually get it finished. So that should be good. Let's go back into object mode and let's unisolate. Let's have a look. Let's turn on X-ray again. Make sure it's pointed the right. That's not X-ray. Make sure it's pointed the right direction. It is. That's good. What I might do is take these edges and line them up so that they fit correctly. Anyway, I want to line this up because I want it to fit properly into the thing. It'll go a little far in, but I think that's okay. Yeah, it's approaching the top of the thing anyway, so that's probably fine. It looks okay, probably. So yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's the magazine done. So what's left at this point? Oh, I need a shell. Right, I was doing the shell. So the shell's pretty simple. I'm gonna do it correctly because that's a pretty poor shell example, honestly. It looks like a pencil with an eraser on it. So what I'm gonna do Let's create a polygon primitive. I'm going to make a cylinder. I'm going to rotate it in the Z direction, 90 degrees. Oh, that was translate. My bad. Rotate Z 90. There we go. Okay. So yes, shotgun shells are elongated. That's too big. We're going to shrink it down. That's a little... That's about right. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so the shotgun shell has two things about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grow that selection. We're going to deselect all those. We're going to extrude this face. It's got the exact same size on this metal section. And then it's got a section of metal that's bigger, right? That's probably a bit too big. That's about right, yeah. And then that just goes out for a little bit. And then this is where stuff happens. So what I want to do is I want to leave that the way it is, if I'm honest. So that's your basic shotgun shell. And then we'll just object mode. And then we're just going to we're gonna freeze the transforms here. So that this is 0, 0. And then we're gonna move this just to see how well a shotgun shell fits into this. Okay, so what we've done is we made our shell too long. And also, yeah, it's too big. So let's shrink it down first, just so that it fits in the thing. Then we're going to take these faces, just these faces, thank you. We're going to bring these back so that it fits. Then we're going to make it, whoops, we're going to take the whole object and we're going to move it up. We're going to make it look like it's being held in place. And Maya doesn't have any sort of physics detection on it, so I kind of had to eyeball this. But that looks about right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two objects, I'm going to duplicate them, move them over here, I'm going to delete this one. No, what did I just do? I just hit insert, don't hit insert. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to mesh combine. Oh, no I'm not. No I'm not, I'm not going to do that yet. First I'm going to move this to 0. Okay, then I'm going to move this to 0. Wait, but before I do that, I'm going to move all of these to finish mesh. Then I'm going to turn it off. Cool. Move this to 0. Then I'm going to move this over to here, and I'm going to reposition it so that it looks like it fits. And then what I'm going to do is combine these two meshes so that they can be one mesh, and they can be used for the reload animation. Because I need an empty one for the unloading animation, then I need a full one for when he pulls a fresh one out of his belt or whatever. So mesh, combine, and now these are the same mesh. So I'm gonna select these objects, and then I'm gonna add selected objects. Turn this back on. So this is an empty magazine, so we're gonna turn on X-ray just to verify that. This is an empty magazine. That's a full magazine. Cool. So that's pretty much done there. So yeah. So the last two things to make are the sight, the bolt, and that little strap thing. Oh, and that handguard. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I can do. I can just take this face. Yeah, that's actually really not good. I'm probably gonna have to throw out the the concept on this one. Ugh. I will. Just because, well, no, not necessarily. I'm just gonna have to adjust for it after the fact. Oops. So if I put it right about there, and I take these vertices right here, I put them right about there. Take these, put them here. And there you go. So that's the handhold basically done. I would like it to be softer though. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet. I don't know if I want to use geometry or if I want to soften the normals. I'm at 700 faces right now, so I've got poly to play with, but I also have a couple more things that I need to do, so it's worth keeping those in mind.